it's all about networking.
Yeah.
So what I did is I had like 30 numbers of all of the Amazon drivers, and I knew exactly that they hated the job and they wanted more money and they wanted to do extra jobs. So when I was getting all of these other jobs and stuff, I was just calling guys, sending them out jobs, and then my company started growing. And then I remember once I went on a delivery, and then one delivery company was like, do you guys do removals? We done. I was like, yeah, we do. I don't know about removals. I was like, yeah, we do. How much do you charge? I was like, I get the office to call you, and that was me. I was like, I get Charlie to call you, and Charlie was really me. And then who's Charlie? I was like, he was in the HR. He works in our office. He does all the bookings. And then I call the customer with a different voice, pretending to be Charlie. And then I Google how much does removal charge, and I resets the removals, what the removal rates. And then what I used to do is when I was so stuck, I used to call up other removal companies.
Find out their price.
Yeah. Find out their prices, and then I said, okay, cool. And then I went on YouTube and I looked at removal equipment, and then it gave me a whole list of stuff. And I said, yeah. And then I said, we also do now deliveries and removals.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. And then I went and we were cheaper because I used the same concept with this delivery when I started.
Yep.
And then I told my guys, you can also do removals, a 2-man job, 1-man job, man in a van removals. And then I started getting more removal company contracts. And then we went on this site called Rated People. And then from there, we just got so much business from there. And then and our company started growing. And then I remember we went on a removal job. And then another customer asked me, do you guys do storage? I said, yeah, we do storage. How long do you want to store your belongings for? Because that's like, because we want to move that day, but you know, the contract hasn't gone through because there's a chain link and blah, blah, blah. I said, don't worry. What we do is we can put it in our storage, we hold it for you. Yeah. So what happened, I shouldn't even say this because some of the clients were like, why is this what he's doing? So what happened is that I Googled the storage, it was so expensive, we took the lady's stuff, we just left it in the van.
But it's stored.
We left it in the van for 4 weeks. And then I charged her the money that I'm going to be losing for those 4 weeks and more. And I said, this is your storage price. So that van was parked in a nice place
and it was
for 4
stored
weeks. It was stored with all the items in there. And then
But what I love is that you're explaining how simple business is.
Yeah.
See, just simple research. See, with Google now, everything is there. There's nothing in business that you can't research.
You're a criminal.
No, it's not criminal. It's business.
It is,
It's business. Fast forward now to the last year of business now.
Oh, yeah. So, wow.
So we're in 2020 now.
Oh, my
just
God.
started.
2020, yeah.
Do you know what? 2020, we made the most money ever. So 2020, we had contracts for Uber Eats and we had contracts for for the government. So we were delivering the lateral tests to all of these pharmaceutical companies. And 2020, the government was just giving out contracts to
all logistic and haulage companies.
And the thing is, one of our clients that we did a removal for. I remember his name is Derek. He works for he's one of the MPs for the Labour. We did he was going for a divorce, so we did his removal in one of his mansions in Bishop Avenue. Do you know Bishop Avenue?
No.
It's the richest place in the whole London. David Beckham lives there.
I've seen on YouTube.
You heard about the houses are just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we did a move for him. That cost he paid like 5 bags on that day. So we always maintained. So what I did is once we done the move, he liked us, and I maintained that contact with him and that reputation, and I gassed him up a bit and stuff. So when COVID happened, he called us. He said, how many vehicles do you guys have? And I said, we got 150. Lied. We got 150. We're all ready. And he said, I've got a big project for you guys to do, delivering this COVID lateral test and all of these stuff to the pharmaceutical companies around London. Can you guys do that? What's your distance? How far can you guys go? I said, we have no distance. We can go from here to Nigeria. We can go anywhere. We deliver. We promote.
Give this driver 3,000 miles already.
I'll pay you, man. And then it's like, what do you charge? And I said, I'll get the office to call you again. So, so Charlie again. Charlie's a different person. Charlie likes money. Charlie likes money. Charlie's my other side. So I'm like, okay. And then he said, hi, is it Charlie? And it was Kane as well. I was like, these guys are so dumb. How can they know he's the same person? I was like, yes, it's Charlie. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, it's Charlie. So, okay, let's talk business. And then the guy said, blah, blah, blah. The guy gave me a ridiculous amount of money per job.
Per job, yeah.
I said, we'll call you back. I had to put the phone down. I was like,
He started sweating.
yeah, hell, mate, I made so much money on that year that it was just unbelievable. And what made it even better is that you couldn't spend the money.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do.
Yeah.
All you were doing was all you just work 7 days a week, work. We also getting contracts. We had so much jobs that I was hiring using another company to help us out.
Yeah.
On that year, I probably made 400,000.
Okay, yeah.
Just in that 1 year, I could not believe it. The government was giving a contract, boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then, so we made so much money on that. And then what happened is I built up so much network from all of these other pharmaceutical companies that we were delivering stuff to. And they was asking, oh, do you do this, do you do that? So yeah, okay, we can do all of this stuff. And then we went ahead and made so much money on that. Didn't spend anything. So what I did is I took out 100,000 and I reinvested it on the business.
Okay, cool.
Vehicles, new fleets, marketing. Now I actually got an admin team and everything.
Oh, so it's now Charlie.
Charlie stood there overseeing everybody, like walking around there, said I was doing a job, booking department, you know. Charlie's still there, but now Charlie's got to help us.
Yeah.
You know, other Charlie's to help him. So I said, So I said, you know what? I need to expand this more. So I started doing a lot of marketing, a lot of branding. I'm doing a lot of stuff with like loyalty stuff with customers. So like, for example, when we do a house move, we at the end of the house move, we give the customer a key ring that says, welcome to your new house and congratulations from Careless. We give them a welcome pack to go with the house and a champagne bottle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So these little things.
And that's the thing I always mentioned about gratitude.
Yeah.
It's giving back.
It's giving back.
And you've given market. So that key ring, you're like, oh, it's really nice. But anytime you use your key,
you're
going to see the name on it.
Exactly. Yeah. You're going to have that key ring. Every time you put in your thing. So what I was doing, what was happening is customers just was referring me to friends and friends. Yep. Mate, it got so ridiculous that I employed more people and I started using more third-party company that we started getting more contracts, because some of these people that they refer us to is some of them started becoming businesses. Yeah. So we had a lot of clubs. We have Cirque du Soleil. They're one of our big clients. They own 4 more other clubs. They referred us to this club. We had Libertine Reign. We started doing logistics for all these big clubs. Yeah. We then did the stuff, you know, in the Hyde Park in Edgware Road. You know that thing that they were building in
that green
thing, the solar panel thing, and then they pay you money.
You know, like just where Marble Arch Station is, and you're going around Hyde Park.
Oh yeah.
You got that big,
that nonsense thing in the middle of it.
Yeah. My company was one of the companies that among other 5 companies that built that. So we started. Now we moved into construction.
Okay.
How it happened is a guy asked us, "Do you guys do construction?" And what Charlie gonna say? Of course, that construction. We do this since 2008. When the Google, he was in 2008. So I said, do you do construction? One of the clients, this is so funny. He's like, do you do construction? Kitchen fitters and everything. I said, yeah, mate, we've got loads of sites. And the guy said, how many units? I said, I'll get back to you. And then I realized, units means how many plots of apartments. So I said, that's 250 units. Okay. And then I Googled it, everything, equipment, hard hat, CSI card. So what I did, I called up agencies. Yeah. I need this amount of laborers. Do they have a CSI? I didn't even know what that was. And they was like, yeah, they do. And then the guy called me, how many guys can you bring? I was like, I got 4 guys. So I started using that agency to supply me the guys.
And charging more on top of what
my God. And I was doing that
simple business.
Business is so simple once you know the format. And
so basically you are a great middleman.
I'm a great middleman. And what I do is, and I was charging more. And then it got to the stage that the construction company that I was working with, they were one of the biggest construction companies, and we did so well because my concept in everything I do, if I'm going to do a job, I want to make sure, especially if it's a new client or whatever, I want to make sure I go there as well. Yeah. So if I'm doing the removals, I'm going to go on there as well, because I need to know exactly, and I need to know how to do it as well. You know, so every job that my company offers, I've done it myself. Yeah. I've done deliveries with Uber Eats. I've done anything that we've done, I've done it. So none of my guys can tell me, I said no, and this is how it is. Blah blah blah. So I was there with my guys doing construction. We were getting so many other sites. And then we started getting big companies. So we was getting contracts now for 100 grand. Yeah. Can you imagine 100 grand? And then my outgoings on that will probably be 10 grand. Yeah. So I made 90 grand profit. Yeah. And this kept on happening. And I did, on the 6th of December, I think I showed him, showed you the statement. I made 1.6 million.
Okay.
No, 1.2 million. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's in the account after all my expenses are paid.
Yeah.
And obviously that was some money that was already in that account and stuff. But it just, so when I look at it now, I feel like all of my hustle all of these years and stuff has accumulated to this amount. And this is actually liquid, you know. So now my logistic company is generating like almost 3 million a year.
Yeah.
And this is all started with me, one man in a van, with a vision and networking and just saying yes to, I can do this, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, I never say no, I can't do this. If
Say yes and figure it out, basically.
Exactly. Just go. If people are scared to like take risks, I had £3,000 in my account. I used 800 out of that 3,000. I had 2,200 left. And the van insurance, I was driving the van on the normal insurance. You know, when you get a van, you get goods in transit. I didn't have that. I was just gassing them up. But I got goods in transit. You're covered for 25 grand if anything goes wrong. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So I took risks, and I was willing to not have money for a very long time to achieve what I wanted to do. But what I understood is I knew the template of business, and the template for me is networking. Just networking and always saying that you can like do anything you don't understand. Google, internet, YouTube. It's there. It's like people don't understand. Being rich or having money is so easy because we have all the information right now. But
they're gonna come for you like Molly May, you know. we all have the same 24 hours as Beyonce.
Okay, but you made a statement saying being rich is easy. I say in this day and age that we are now with the internet, I'd say that information is accessible. It's not like where you need to walk to a library now. We're on our phones 24/7 most of us, which means anything you need to know, like for instance, how to set up a company, it's there. If you needed to get workers for the construction,
it's there.
It's very simple. Okay, agencies are there. Construction agency, you're charging £17 an hour, no problem. Hi guys, it's going to be £25 per hour for each person. That's a quick, easy £8-9 from doing anything. Now, a lot of times people will talk about time. Now, I like the fact he mentioned the 24 hours. Now, would you say that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, or do we not?
We do. Do you know what is so funny? Is
I disagree with you, but I want to hear why you say we do.
I think we do because regardless of your situations, like if you got kids, family, or whatever, you all have the same 24 hours. Is what you do with that. For example, everybody has a phone. What are you doing with your phone? Some people are there on Instagram looking at big booties. I do that sometimes.
If you said he didn't do that, I was going to look at that. I was going to look at you like,
before I do that, I do research on things that will make me better. Like in the sense that I'm listening to motivational stuff. I'm always looking at more ideas about businesses. I'm doing stuff, and you got it on your phone. So everybody that says they don't have time, you do, because when you're on your phone, and you're in your phone, and you can do any research as you're going along.
The reason why I agree and disagree with it.
What would you say your average screen time is weekly on your phone?
It's high. I've got unlimited data, mate. It's high. But the thing is, I do a lot of research about business. My number one priority, apart from God and family, is my purpose and my goal. I put that before big booties, before anything, before clubbing. I make sure that this is what my purpose is every day. So I have a vision board. I wake up in the morning, I look at my vision board. I said, this is what I need to achieve. This is what I need to do. So every day I have a goal of what I need to do. So in today, I've got 5 things I need to do. I tick them off as I go along. And then the next day, so when you look at for the whole week, you've got everything that you've accomplished. And then when you look for the whole month, you see, wow, I've done all of this, done all of that. I've ticked everything off. I've saved this amount of money. My outgoings, my personal outgoings, apart from my like lavish cars and everything, is probably lower than the normal person that works in Sainsbury's. Mate, I can survive on £250 a month.
Okay.
A month.
Wait, that's excluding your rent for your house. So technically it is and it isn't, because I'll tell you why. So
he's balanced out.
Okay.
He's
what
used his
you've
lifestyle.
done. So what you've done is this: is that it's like when people say, with money, you've said that you can live on 250.
Yeah,
What
easy.
but what you're forgetting though is the extra stuff. So for instance, you're not living in a one-bed
But the
flat.
extra stuff are free.
I know, but you're not living in a one-bed flat.
No,
You're
no.
not driving there's nothing wrong with a Vauxhall Corsa or a Toyota Yaris, whatever it is. You're not driving that.
Yeah,
so your
no.
outgoings are still more.
Yeah.
What you're saying is that you can still live minimalistic.
Exactly, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it's unfair to maybe say you're living on the same money as
Yeah.
somebody in Sainsbury's. Maybe you're
what-
buying
what-
maybe you're buying the same food. Maybe your ins and outs might be the same. But when you look at the bigger picture,
Yeah.
you're spending more. And to your time, saying we've got the same time, I agree.
Yeah.
You've mentioned discipline.
Yeah.
Even if you not said the word discipline,
Yeah.
you've mentioned being disciplined.
Yeah.
Meaning that you have your priorities, you have your vision board, and this always gets done first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, which is
yeah.
a priority.
Yeah.
And I always say that discipline is important because discipline forms habit.
Yeah.
And habit is everything you are in life.
Definitely,
Your habit is
definitely.
you and routine.
Yeah,
Your-
definitely,
Like you,
100%.
whatever you do, wherever your life goes, is all down to your habits. Your gym, your food, your work.
Yeah.
Now, yes, we all have the same 24 hours, but the
Yeah.
only thing where I disagree on is that if me and you are both going to Birmingham,
Yeah.
okay, there's two ways to go. Or
Yeah.
there's more than two ways, but let's say
Yeah.
we're going to get the train.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you can get the Virgin, it's called a Avanti train
Yeah.
now, which takes you an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or you can get the London Midland one, which takes you 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Because of all the
Okay.
stops in between.
Now,
Okay.
we're both going to Birmingham, but because I'm getting the 1 hour and 20 train,
Yeah.
I've now that day been given a bit more allowance and time to do a bit more than the other person. So we
So
do.
you've gone there an hour earlier to
I
start off your
'cause-
day faster.
I get the concept
Yeah.
of everyone's got 24 hours because everyone has, but what you can do in those 24 hours is very different.
Hmm.
Meaning, again, I use that as a very simple analogy to
Hmm.
say that if me and you both are doing something today,
Yeah.
you can leave an hour earlier than I can. Or
Yeah.
an hour later, sorry.
Yeah.
Because you know that you need to get to Euston for 1.
Yeah.
Because we need to get at 2:30, but you can get to Euston at 1 and get the 1 o'clock train. I've got to get to Euston for 12. Which means whatever we're running around and
Yeah.
doing, you've got a whole hour extra. I don't know if I'm trying to understand or
also-
explain
and
what I
also-
mean that
And also, if we're doing that every single day over the month, he's lost 30 hours.
Yeah.
Do you get what I
I'm
mean?
saying?
So,
So now you're at an
we do have the
advantage.
same 24 hours when you're talking about in metrics.
Yeah.
But what one can do in it, in the same way, if you're going to get a Concorde plane to Australia, that might take you only 6-7 hours.
Okay.
Whereas if I'm taking the jumbo jet, it may take me
A day.
a whole day.
Okay, so let me ask you
Go
a
on.
question. Good thing that you
Yeah.
said that. I like this. This is a very good topic. So what's the difference? What's the difference between a poor person and a rich person?
I would say now it's a very broad statement.
Yeah.
But I say generally speaking, I would say money is the first thing.
Yeah,
That's the first
apart
thing.
from that, yeah.
Okay,
But what's
I
the
don't-
main thing?
But I don't always use when we talk poor. I don't always use money to describe poor.
Yeah.
Because, and I say this might sound arrogant. No matter what situation I get in,
Yeah.
because of my brain,
Mindset.
I'm never poor.
Yeah. Of
Never,
course, of
never.
course.
There's no situation you can put me in.
Of course.
I've been flat broke.
Yeah.
Come straight back up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just me. But
Yeah.
to answer your question,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that money initially, because if someone's got $1 million and someone's got £10, the difference is that. But primarily, I would say time.
Oh, listen, I have to shake hands.
No, I'll say time.
This is exactly what I'm gonna say. Rich people value time, and they pay other people to do stuff that
Gives
will
them their
buy them time.
Yes.
Poor people, not poor people, but people that are working and working class people, working people, they get paid for their time. They trade in their time for money.
For money.